So today we're taking a look at this push mower that's made by PowerSmart. This was sent out to me to try out and test in exchange for a review. So I got this thing unboxed today. My grass is overdue to be cut. I went ahead and run this thing through its paces real quick before we got this video started. I wanted to take a second to go over the unboxing and setup on it first. Once you get this out of the box, it's pretty easy to set up, honestly. You get it set on the ground, there's 4 zip ties on the handle that you're going to take off. That's going to allow you to rock your handle up into this upright position. You've got 2 thumb wheels down here at the bottom that you're gonna lock in place, and then you've got these 2 quick locks here at the top. Now right off the bat, these quick locks caught my eye. That's not something I've ever had on a push mower before, so I thought that was super handy, especially if you're someone that's gonna be storing this in like a shop or a garage or a shed where space matters. You can quickly undo these handles like so, and then run this down very easily. Just one of those added convenience features that's gonna kind of make things go a little smoother for you. And then you can just rock it back up when you're ready. Get that handle back in position, you lock it in place, and then you're back ready to mow again. Pretty cool feature. Other than getting the handle set up and putting the oil in this unit, that's really all there is to the setup. You get the bag put on here, and you're pretty much ready to mow within 5 minutes. PowerSmart did also include a bottle of oil for this for the first try, so you don't have to worry about going out and sourcing your own oil for the first time. I thought that was pretty nice of them. And one of the other little small attention to detail I noticed on this mower was that they put that oil in a bag that was sealed in transport. So essentially when it gets to your house, you're not gonna have to worry about the chance of possibly having a mess on your hands right off the get-go. A lot of your big box stores don't do that, and I can't tell you how many times I've seen a mower in an aisle at a big box store and there's a leak in the corner, and it's because that oil's already started to leak. Once you get your oil in, you get a little bit of fuel in this thing. That's really all there is to it. You hit your primer button here on the side a few times, pull your handle back here on the top, give this thing a couple pulls, and you're off and mowing. The motor itself on this mower is a Briggs Stratton. It's a 140cc mower. It's not the strongest motor out there on the market by any means, but I'll tell you what, just out here mowing with this thing for the last hour or so in different spots around my property, I've thrown the tallest grass at it that I can find, and honestly, it's not bogged down on me one time, and it's been able to handle everything I've thrown at it. Now, the next big feature that caught my eye on this mower when I first started using it was the adjustment feature on the blade height setting. Most of your mowers that at least the ones that I've used in the past, you've always had to adjust your wheels one at a time, or I've seen the mowers where you adjust the front wheels and the rear wheels independently. This one actually adjusts the blade height with one lever all in one fell swoop. So essentially I can go down to the lowest setting, which is 1.5 inches, and then up to the highest setting of 3.9 inches. And that's all there is to it. This thing's set, ready to go. No more counting notches on each wheel to make sure I've got each wheel in the right setting. That's a super convenient feature. I honestly don't even know why it took them so long to come up with that. But after that, like I said, you're ready to mow. I got this thing out in the yard and started playing with it a little bit. The self-propelled feature is an awesome feature to have if you've never had one before. Now, honestly, self-propelled mowers have been around for years, so that's nothing new. You can get these things in a front wheel or rear wheel assist. This particular one is rear wheel. When you're making a decision as to whether your front or rear wheels are going to be the better, honestly, I think if you've got any kind of hills on your yard or inclines, especially if you're going to be mowing it with it's a lot slightly wet, like there's dew on the lawn, those rear wheels get a lot better traction than the front do when you talk about self-propelled. I think front wheel self-propelled mowers might be a little bit better for you though when it comes to flat level ground, and that's essentially because you can kind of lift the wheels up a little bit and make it lose traction, especially when you're doing tight corners or things like that, because a lot of your self-propelled mowers don't have a variable lever on them, so it's either all on or all off. And that's something worth talking about as well. I've had a couple mowers over the years, or ones that I've used, where that self-propelled feature is honestly a little on the fast side. With me being younger, I can keep up just fine, but if walking's an issue for you or you're a little on the elderly side, I could definitely see where having one be too fast could be a hindrance to you. I feel like this mower here has got a really nice speed and cadence to it, and it's not overly fast, meaning that you can keep up with it and allow it to do its job without wearing you out in the process. Now, the next feature I want to talk about for real quick is the rear discharge. So most of you already know that you can get these mowers in a side discharge or a rear discharge. There's pros and cons to each. Now, this one being a rear discharge, you get the bag here. It's a 3-in-1 setup, so I can take this bag off like you see here, just let that drop down. That's going to be your mulching setting, and it does a pretty decent job. Now, I will say on the mulch setting, with my yard being so tall, it did not bog down the motor by any means. However, because my yard is so tall, that mulcher wasn't able to keep up, and essentially it starts clumping the grass towards the rear. That's where the discharge setup comes in. So you've got this bracket right here that you can flip out, and then that basically props up your back door here and turns this into a rear discharge mower. Now, pros and cons to side discharge and rear discharge. Depending on your yard and your setup, if you have a side discharge mower, that's kind of my preference in most cases. However, it is extra clearance that you're going to need on the side of the mower. This is a 21-inch cut mower, but if you add that side discharge on, if you're trying to mow narrow areas or get around, gardens or landscaping where you don't want to push those clippings, that's where this rear discharger comes comes in. Now the rear discharger, obviously you save the clearance on the side of the mower, but you're discharging the grass out at your feet now. So that's the trade-off to a rear discharge mower, and that really doesn't depend on the brand that you go with. What I found to be the easiest workaround for that though, is especially with this being a self-propelled mower, if you push that handle and let this thing do its thing in the self-propelled mode, you can now walk beside the mower and those clippings will go out the rear and they don't hit you or not fall at your feet that way. That's just a workaround I found or figured out over the years. Really just take your pick and your opinion as to which is going to be a better setup for you and your situation. But overall, like I said, everything I've thrown at this mower so far, even the thickest of grass that I've got right now, this thing's done a great job of powering through it. And for me, with my 5-acre property, obviously I'm not going to be cutting my whole yard with this thing, but this is going to be a great trim mower for me around my gardens and some of the tighter areas that I can't get my zero turn to. So going to be a great compliment to me here on the farm. But also, if you've got a smaller yard, this is where this thing's really going to shine because it's super compact. You can break this thing down in the garage pretty quickly to save yourself some space. And then like I mentioned, you got the 3-in-1 setup as well, so you can bag the grass, discharge it, or mulch it, just depending on what you need to do that day when you're cutting the grass. Other than that, I think that's all I've got for you in this video today, guys. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. We'll catch you guys on the next video.